For the first time in 3 years, Jayson Tatum got a chance to play in front of Boston fans in the playoff. Going up against Kevin Durant in the strongest 7th seed in NBA history, the Celtics and Nets are set to create one of the greatest first-round matchups ever. In Game 1, Jayson Tatum sticks it to Durant, completely outmatching him, as well as shattering Brooklyn's dreams of a Game 1 win. Let's look at how Tatum led the Celtics out of Game 1, as well as Boston playing just enough defense to slow down one of the best players in basketball. I want to highlight Tatum's scoring, the pressure he puts on the defense, as well as some of the elite defense he and the Celtics played. But the thing that I want to cover first is the one that impressed me the most, something Tatum has frequently struggled with: his passing and vision. This possession right here really shows something that hurt Brooklyn in this game, and that was their just lack of size compared to Boston. Both Durant and Drummond get brought out to the perimeter, Horford rolls down low, and Tatum makes an excellent read. And with two guards down there, there's no chance that they can stop Horford for an easy 2 points. And for this play right here, I just love the synergy between Tatum and Horford. Tatum is able to rip the ball out, and then Horford just sprints down the court, easy lob to start out the game. This I actually think was one of the most impressive passes he made in the game. Horford cuts down low, which causes Patty Mills just enough to get out of position. Tatum makes an excellent cross-court pass where then Mills then overcommits on it, allowing Grant Williams just to step by him for the easy dunk. Another smart play by Tatum here, as off the miss he immediately gets to the rebound, gets his eyes up, and is able to find Pritchard in transition, and then a great play by Pritchard as he's able to catch the ball, turn around, square his feet, and nail the jumper. This is another decision that I love by Tatum. Instead of trying to square up for the jumper, make a dribble, or do anything like that, he manages to pass the ball right away to Derek White in the corner. White hits another big three to help the Boston Celtics in their big first quarter. And this last assist really shows how well Tatum was scoring, as he got matched up on Irving, causing Durant to slip over, but Durant just goes too far away from Marcus Smart, who was on fire this game. Tatum keeps his head up, finds Smart in the corner, and he hits a huge jumper. The thing I really loved to see from Tatum was his willingness to pass. There were times where he could have shot the ball, but he waited, he kept his eyes open, and he found the better option. I think his tunnel vision and forcing things were two of Tatum's biggest weaknesses, but in this game he demonstrated that he was overcoming that. He kept his teammates involved, and 4 Boston players scored more than 20 points. That also allowed to open up his scoring game naturally. Which, speaking of, Tatum dropped 31 points, including 10 from the line. Let's get into some of the more notable plays from tonight. This play definitely demonstrated a lot of the Nets' problems. Bruce Brown went way too high over a screen, which was already far up. Then Andre Drummond was sagging off far too back, which allowed Jayson Tatum to roll into an easy jumper. He did miss it, but that also meant that Al Horford was down low with Seth Curry and Kyrie Irving, allowing him to get the rebound, forcing them to foul. Even against Nick Claxton here, Tatum is able to get the switch, and he's able to break him down, gets up a jumper, and he's able to hit that one. He even had Jaylen Brown wide open, but he decided not to make that pass. Once again, switched on to Claxton. Tatum is just far too quick and far too shifty for the long big man to keep up with. He opens up his hips, Tatum turns around, and that's an easy layup for him. Kevin Durant certainly wasn't doing much to stop Tatum. Here we see Durant just looking overall slow on his feet and just not moving that fast. Marcus Smart does a good job getting in the way, and the smaller Goran Dragic can do nothing but put his hands up in the air as Tatum scores on him. Here's another play of Durant getting taken advantage of. Smart has a great screen, Durant does nothing to go over, Patty Mills doesn't step up, and that's a practice level jumper for Jayson Tatum, who is already on fire at this point. You can really tell Tatum has it going when he hits these kind of impossible shots, but I gotta say it was really satisfying to see him fade over Kevin Durant like that. Once again, we see Claxton on Tatum, which we all know that is just way too much of a mismatch. One little jab step and that's all it takes. Claxton was actually right there, but there was still just nothing he can do against Tatum. He doesn't get this one to convert here, but I love the quick move that Tatum puts on him. It looks like he completely had Durant off guard, and the only reason Durant was able to get a hand up was just because of his incredible length. And on this last one, I absolutely love Tatum's footwork as he plants his jab just perfectly with the time of him picking up the ball. A quick and deadly move, there's nothing Durant can do to stop that. But not only was Tatum getting it done with his shooting, but he also was forcing plenty of fouls as he made 10 free throws this game off of 12 attempts. A good attempt is this one right here where he uses a quick spin move, there's nothing Durant can do to stop him, and Goran Dragic is forced to foul him. There were a lot of attempts of him getting it over Claxton, but then when a smaller guard like Seth Curry got onto him, Tatum had no issues just bullying through him and getting it to the line. Again, down low, we see him take advantage of smaller guards as there's just nothing they can do and they are forced to foul him. Lastly, on the defensive side of things, Tatum does a great job here, sticking right in front of Durant, He's able to get on him despite a quick stop, and he actually gets a hand up and blocks the Durant mid-range. That is incredibly tough to do. Another big time block here is this time he's able to stay with Kyrie Irving, who almost put up 40 points this game. Kyrie tries the sidestep, but Tatum is just long enough and quick enough to get out there, and that turns into a transition opportunity. But defensively, I have to give a ton of credit to Grant Williams. Right here, he does a great job staying in front of Durant, pokes the ball free as Durant is going up, and then Williams hustles on the break. Smart is able to find him, and that is a huge bucket. On this play, Tatum actually gets crossed over, but Marcus Smart makes a perfect rotation, and he's only a 6-foot guard, but he stands straight up and is able to block the near 7-foot Durant at the rim. And another huge play by Grant, as here we're going to see Tatum, he tries to hedge to prevent a Durant screen, but Durant tries to pull up. Williams is there just in time to get a good contest on him, and then Tatum quickly finds Grant for the transition try. And of course, we have to talk about this final possession of the game. Marcus Smart plays some amazing defense, but Horford still comes over to try and help him out. Horford and Smart do a great job staying in front of Irving. Irving seemingly misses Bruce Brown being open right in front of him, but he gets it off to Durant with late in the shot clock. Tatum is in front of Durant, and Tatum does an amazing job staying in front of Durant despite Durant dancing around. He forces Durant to put up a hard shot, and the Celtics get the rebound. The Celtics then forego using a timeout, likely to try and get the Nets' defense to scramble, which they clearly do. Brown takes it to the baseline, he's unable to make it. Marcus Smart is wide open, but he makes an amazing decision to not pass. Two defenders fly past him. Jayson Tatum, as you know, he makes an amazing finish. And I also do have to highlight on this last play of the game, we see Kevin Durant standing wide open here at the top of the key, not guarding neither Tatum nor Brown. Looking right where Durant was positioned, he would have been in perfect position to stop either of these guys. He could have tried to sag down, take away that Tatum cut, or if he would have gone up and at least prevent Brown from having an open shot. But Durant basically fell asleep on this last possession, having two guys wide open, and unluckily for the Nets, Marcus Smart made the perfect read, and now they're down 0-1, headed into game 2 of an incredibly tough series.